It's been said that in life, there are no losses. There's just winning and there's learning. Well, as leaders, we've been learning a lot lately, haven't we? And today I have for you 10 lessons from leaders for leaders about how to continue to lead during a time of crisis. The world turned upside down last month and took with it our hearts and heads, as well as those of our teams and customers. And as I've talked with business leaders, some version of the following words have often been repeated. In times like this, you can clearly see those who step up as leaders. And early last month, I'm sure there were many people who would have raised their hands for promotions, for new titles, for corner offices, who have since shrunk back into panic, desperately looking for someone else to take the lead and help them find their way. I've also heard many stories and witnessed them with my own eyes of others who, in the face of the very same challenges, have stood up. They have burst forth to serve, to offer solutions, and to take the lead, even when it hasn't been expected of them. Many of us love reading and discussing leadership and management topics and finding the answer over and over again to the question, what makes someone a good leader? In the last couple of weeks, I've been interested to really ask that same question to the network of leaders that I'm connected to in the form of this. What lessons have you and your team learned so far that would be very important for leaders who are dealing with a crisis situation? And believe me, I know we have a long way to go before things get back to normal, if they ever do. But at the risk of seeming too eager to move forward, I'd like to offer you some of the answers that those that I've talked to have offered. In answer to that question, what are some of the biggest lessons for leaders to learn from this crisis situation so far? I think that these 10 lessons will be of use to you and your team in the challenging days ahead and in the future when you face a similar situation that presents unexpected challenges like the ones that we have been faced with recently. So here they are in no particular order. 10 lessons that leaders have learned so far from the crisis that's in front of us. Number 1, make clear communication a priority. For your staff, when you're making decisions on the fly, it's important to write down what's being decided. This has been especially important in these situations when things have taken a turn, an unexpected turn for the worse, and we have to gather the team together for a meeting. We have to make new decisions because normal operations are no longer possible. What are we going to do now? And there are ideas being shared, and there are decisions being made. Write down what's being decided. And read it back to those who are at the meeting before everyone leaves. Make sure that everyone understands the new direction and that there aren't any obvious loose ends. In doing this, we're trying to eliminate any potential confusion or concern that people may have in the future as they're implementing the new decisions. And when it comes to worrying about what to say to customers and clients, worry more about silence. They get it. They'll understand. But silence from you will make them feel uncertain of your level of commitment to continuing to serve them. Or worse, it could leave the door open for them to worry that you're going to keep their money and fail to deliver what you promised. So find a way to get in contact with each of your customers and stay in contact with them until you can begin to deliver the service that they're used to getting from you. So that's number one, make clear communication a priority. Number two, create structure as soon as possible. We all need structure and work best when we have it. So provide as much of it as you can for your team and keep looking for new ways to add structure into the days of employees that are working from home. Number three, promote a coaching culture. Having a team culture in which personal improvement, self-control, staying calm is an expectation provides a safe place to create solutions and to get work done when things get crazy. And when that is the expectation day in and day out for your team, whether things are good or bad, it makes a huge difference when things are bad. So work every day to promote a culture of having a growth mindset, of seeking opportunities to improve, of giving and receiving effective feedback, and a standard expectation of leaving others better, staying in control, staying calm, staying cool when things get difficult. Number four, have a mission, a real one. Having a clear mission statement lets your team be adaptable when normal operations become impossible. And the same benefit exists for individuals who have a well-designed personal mission statement. When our normal mode of operation no longer becomes possible, our mission is still there, and having it clear helps us to find new ways to accomplish the mission, even when day-to-day operations and best practices are no longer possible. Number five, start thinking about giving as soon as possible. In a crisis situation, it's natural for us to respond selfishly first. And we probably all took our turn doing that. We worry to make sure that we have what we need personally. Worry then that our team and our company has what it needs. But as soon as you start seeing things falling into place, as soon as you start to feel like I can catch my breath a little bit, then turn your focus outward toward helping others to do the same, both individuals and other companies, including those who maybe just a few weeks ago were your competitors. Perhaps now they can become powerful partners and allies as we work together. Number six, treat others the way you want to be treated. I think we've all heard this one before somewhere. It applies even when we're in crisis mode. Really, it should always be our default setting. Number seven, embrace the positive. There's always something good about every problem, even if the problem is huge and the good is small. Focus on the good, no matter how small it might be. Look for the new opportunities that are now before you. Number eight, your reputation is more important than revenue. This one has been perhaps the most interesting to me personally, and I've noticed it over and over again in the conversations that I've been part of with organization leaders during especially the initial reactions to this crisis. There is, of course, a strong sentiment of wanting to physically protect staff and customers from being sick, but in each of those meetings, there's also been an even stronger urge if I'm being honest, an even stronger urge to protect the reputation of the group or organization. And leaders have made decisions to do this even at the expense of closing their doors, shutting off their revenue, and for the time being, losing their customers, all for the sake of maintaining their reputation or protecting it from being harmed. So it's important for all of us not to be blind to the fact that no matter what is happening with revenue right now, the decisions that we make as individuals and as companies, as teams, are building a reputation for us every single day. And that will be an essential part to supporting future growth and even revenue later on. Number 9, hire resourceful people, then give them resources. In a time of crisis, this might be something that shows up for us like this. Our staff taking initiative to create solutions to daily problems that come up. It feels for leaders like they are waiting every single day for the poo to hit the fan, but it never does. Because the talented team that they hired and trained is stepping up moment by moment to take care of business. Honestly, it's a little unsettling, but every single day there are things to celebrate that are happening around us. And if it doesn't feel that way for you, then make a note right now at the very top of your post-crisis list to create new processes, to find, hire, and develop talented, resourceful people. They will be the ones that will get you through a time of crisis. And number 10, express appreciation and gratitude. And do this until you lose your voice or until your keyboard wears out. Everyone works best when they're being appreciated and when others are expressing gratitude. I hope that for you and your team, this list will prove to be valuable, useful, maybe get some conversations started when things start to calm down about ways that we can be better prepared for future challenges that may come up for us. And I'm sure that you have learned some equally powerful lessons in the last few weeks, and I would love to have you share them with me as well. So however you came across this recording, whatever platform that you're on, please feel free to share those ideas in the comments so that we can continue this discussion and continue to benefit from the experiences of one another. I really enjoyed being able to share this information with you, and I look forward to being connected with you in the future. So please follow my work and stay in touch with me at yourevenbetter.com, YOUR evenbetter.com, where I hope to continue to share resources with you that will help you to show up as the leader that you want to be and to help you to become even better.